Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
A singer from the 1970s disco era has died.
Victor Willis, frontman for The Village People, often performed as a helmeted police officer to some of the group's biggest hits, many co-written by him, including Macho Man in the Navy and YMCA. Willis left the group in 1980, rejoined briefly in 82. In 2012, he won a landmark ruling in a case which allows recording artists and writers to reclaim their work. In 2017, another reunion, remaining lead singer of The Village People till his death Tuesday at 74, after what the group said was a brief but aggressive illness. Lillian Wu, Fox News.
On Wall Street, stock futures are falling the day after the Dow closed at a record high. At soccer's World Cup,
back it goes to Barcola. They're in again. It's put in by Mbappe. Brilliant.
Kylian Mbappe scored 2 more goals, leading France past Sweden 3-0 on Fox to advance to the round of 16. Mexico also eliminated Ecuador. Norway knocked out the Ivory Coast. There are 3 more matches today, including Team USA versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm Dave Anthony. This is Fox News.
710 KURV, broadcasting from the Valley's All-American Truck Headquarters studio at PayneAutomall.com.
It is now July 1st, 2026, Wednesday edition of the Valley's Morning News. This is News Talk 710 KURV. I'm Sergio Sanchez, along with show producer Fred Cruz. And today we've got AccuWeather meteorologist Dan Piedinowski. And he should be joining us in about 3 minutes. We'll take a look at the tropics and Texas travel weather for the 4th of July weekend. That's it. We got today, tomorrow. Program note for KURV, since Friday is the day that we observe the 4th on a business day. We should have holiday programming and best of on Friday morning. In the meantime, Governor Greg Abbott on the campaign trail calling for a ban on the development of new data centers in rural parts of Texas. Governor Abbott made the announcement while he was in Bullard, Texas, and mostly focused on his plan on property taxes. I'll share that here in just a second. Earlier this month, Governor Abbott called on data centers to add new power generation to their facilities and add power to the grid. He also told data centers to pay for their own infrastructure costs and get their own water and reuse their own water. These are issues that likely the legislature will take up in 2027, the next legislative session. Back to Governor Greg Abbott rolling out his latest property tax plan that he says will cut and change property taxes forever if it's passed by lawmakers.
We are going to crush and destroy the property tax system as it currently exists
and replace it with his taxpayer empowerment plan.
First thing we got to do is stop the local government spending that leads to property taxes. Second thing, and that is your property taxes should never go up without you having a say in the matter.
A local property tax increase would require 2/3 voter approval. Next, Abbott claims he would limit property appraisals to once every 5 years, and the most they could grow, 3%. His plan would also eliminate property taxes for schools.
Instead, the state would pay for that.
Critics say Abbott's plan would defund public education, jeopardize local government services, and create housing disparities. In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
It's 7:08 on the Valley's Morning News. The New World screwworm, it's just bouncing around in South Texas.
U.S. Department of Agriculture confirms 26 cases of the screwworm have now been detected. They've been concentrated in South Texas, 6 cases reported each in Crockett and Edwards counties. Terrell County has 4 cases. The rest are spread among 7 other counties with lesser numbers or inactive infections. Officials are using quarantines to halt the spread while ramping up sterile fly production to stop the fly's reproductive cycle to protect the state's $41 billion cattle industry.
It's 7:09 on the Valley's Morning News. That's Eric Lycum with that report. The Republican Party planning to hold a midterm convention, like a national convention. They'll be meeting in Dallas this September. President Trump planning to attend that event. They're trying to create, Republicans trying to create a lot of energy going into the midterm election. It's 7:09 on the Valley's Morning News. It is AccuWeather time, and we'll get AccuWeather meteorologist Dan Piedinowski joining us here in just a little bit. A look ahead to the travel that's taking place for the July 4th weekend. Looks like record travel. Looks like most of that will be on the road. We got AccuWeather meteorologist Dan Piedinowski joining us. And let's start in the tropics, Dan, since We're kind of clear right now as far as any rain activity. We'll visit the possibility for Thursday, Friday, but tropics, long-range computer 710, 14 days out. Anything for the Gulf, anything for the Caribbean.
Yeah, it looks like we're staying quiet in the tropics, Sergio. Next 7 to 10, even 14 days, right on through the middle of the month. It looks pretty quiet in the Caribbean, the Southwest Atlantic, and the Gulf. So I think we're in the clear here for the tropical activity here, at least for maybe the first 2 weeks of July.
Okay. I'll be focusing on some of the July 4th travel here in just a bit. Folks will be on the road, and it's hot and dry, right, for everybody across Texas, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, for the July 4th, right?
Yeah, it looks hot and dry the next few days. Maybe some really small thunderstorm chances around Houston the next couple of afternoons, but pretty spotty activity there. Dallas to San Antonio generally looking dry here over the next several days as we get closer to the 4th.
Okay. A chance of rain for us. It's still in the forecast tomorrow and Friday. If it happens, it's coming in from the Gulf, or where's it coming from if it happens?
Yeah, just a little Gulf breeze activity during the midday and afternoon hours. I think tomorrow, Friday afternoon, it's very spotty. I think a lot of the valley ends up staying dry, but there'll be a couple showers or maybe a thunderstorm trying to pop up tomorrow and Friday afternoon. So maybe a little rain for some, but I think most probably staying dry here over the next few days.
I noticed that the forecast temperature, you're trying to keep it in the upper 90s. Well, you expecting a few more clouds today, or what's the plan for today in the morning?
Yeah, probably going to be in the upper 90s, maybe a couple more clouds around, but generally in that 95 to 100 degree range. And then we probably even crank it up a little more this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, with highs into the lower 100s.
All right, pal. And that's the AccuWeather forecast, 95 to 99 today, tomorrow. And let's see what happens tomorrow as far as those showers developing in the air coming in from the Gulf. Get some Gulf moisture tomorrow. Hopefully somebody gets some Gulf moisture tomorrow and Friday. Let's see here. Looking real quick. Dan, he needs to go to another station here in just a few seconds. Meantime, the National Day. Today we celebrate Canada Day. It's National Canada Day. And let's see here. We say good morning to all the gang at Gladys Porter Zoo in Brownsville. It's American Zoo Day today. And it's International Chicken Wing Day. So what type of sauce you like? Oh, he's gone. He already took off. Oh, he's got to the other station. Right? Okay, we'll speak with him next hour. It's also, check this out, Freddie, also International Jokes Day. Like something with an international flair, like foreign countries, right? So, okay. I went and grabbed a couple of them for you. I'm going to try them out with you, Freddie, real quick. Let me see. What's the best thing about Switzerland, Freddie?
Swiss cheese.
No. Actually, I don't know. But the flag is a big plus. Get it? International Jokes Day. What do you call a bee that lives in America, Freddie? What do you call a bee that lives in America?
A bad bee?
Why is America
I don't
bad?
know, because we're bad.
You hating on America like bad good or
Not
bad
bad?
bad?
Meaning bad, bad meaning good. Like we're bad, man.
It's a USB, Freddie. USB.
Oh,
right?
Wow.
Yeah. Sure. You're no fun. Okay. Yeah. Coming up in just a little bit, I just got off the phone with Orlando Campos. I should be running these jokes with Worley, because he'd probably be laughing at him. Orlando Campos with Harlingen Economic Development. Are you sure, Freddie? Again, I was looking at the clock. Yeah, we gotta cross the threshold here. Because I shared about holiday travel for the 4th of July. Orlando Campos will be joining us to talk a bit more about the All-America City Destination for the city of Harlingen, and we'll take a look at the economic thermometer for the area as well. That's coming up at about 7:16. Meantime, holiday travel for the 4th of July already underway. Most folks will be traveling by vehicle.
AAA says 5.7 million Texans will be headed out of town for the 4th of July holiday. Daniel Armbruster says survey shows about 4.8 million will be traveling by car. Some of those headed to Galveston to catch a cruise.
A lot of people are traveling by cruise this 4th of July. That's the area where we see the most growth year over year. But of course, car travel remains the dominant mode of travel.
According to AAA, the holiday travel push has already gotten started and will continue through this upcoming weekend.
if you're, let's say, traveling a bit farther, let's say going to Florida or maybe California, I know where you're going. You're going to take the West Coast, taking the kids to Disneyland or Disney World. Summer nights at Disneyland just got a little cheaper, but there's many restrictions to that.
Discount evening tickets are now on sale for $59. That will get you into one park until closing. At California Adventure, you can enter starting at 5 p.m. At Disneyland, you'll have to wait until 7 o'clock. The $59 tickets can be used from July 12th through August 5th, but only on Sundays, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. Regular Disney tickets start at $103. I'm Mark Mayfield.
This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Congratulations, Harlingen, All-America City, on a special year, the 250th anniversary of our nation. A conversation with the Economic Development Chief, Orlando Campos, from Harlingen, next on the Valley's Morning News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Protect your family, your phone, and your furry friends with life, electronic device, and pet health insurance.
It's the first day of the first grade, and she found a new best friend. It's a laid-back Sunday afternoon you wish would never end. The homemade taste of bluebell and good friends gathered round. The good old days are being made right now.
Our American dream is ice cream. Red, White, and Bluebell is our strawberry ice cream loaded with strawberries, alongside creamy vanilla and blueberry ice cream with real blueberries. A full half gallon of red, white, and blue ice cream. Feel free to celebrate.
The good old days are being made right now. The good old days are being made right now.
Look for Bluebell ice cream at your local grocer and pick up your favorite flavor today.
The Brian Kilmeade Show, weekday afternoons at 2 on News Talk 710 KURV and KURV.com.
News Talk 710 KURV is your station in the Valley for Houston Astros play-by-play. So we got the Astros taking on the Twinkies. This is Game 3 of the series today, 640 broadcast, made possible by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women. Let's check the economic vitals, get the health of our city of Harlingen and our surrounding area. Orlando Campos is the director of Harlingen Economic Development. Welcome back, and congratulations to you, the gang at City Hall, the mayor, city manager, everybody. Congratulations, Harlingen, All-America City designation on such a special year, Orly. 250th anniversary, right, of the nation. So take me to, you guys were in Denver. So what was that like in the competition? What'd you guys do?
It was a very intense weekend.
Mm-hmm.
We left Thursday, got back Friday evening, but throughout the weekend, there were different sessions. Every city that was selected as a semifinalist had to make a presentation and then be interviewed by a panel of judges. So there was, it was a very busy weekend, very intense in terms of the activity, the emotions, the excitement. I don't think that I've ever attended a conference quite like that. And so, but we're very excited and very proud to have come back with the All-America City designation. I think that it speaks very highly of our leadership here in the community, as well as our citizens, and it's really for them.
Help us understand, what were some of the categories they judged you on, some of the things that the city did or was engaged in?
Sure. Well, first and foremost, it was civic engagement, how actively we seek out input from the community, how we execute the plans, keeping in mind our citizenry, as well as how we support local businesses, as well as our youth from grade school all the way to college. And so we presented our case, and they liked it.
What does that mean for the city, the chamber, the EDC, when it comes to recruitment? How does that help you?
Absolutely.
Mhm.
I mean, it certainly brings credibility to our community.
Okay.
I mean, we've been evaluated at the national level of the activities that we are executing on a daily basis. And so having a group of judges from all over the country know about what we're doing certainly brings credibility to the community. Certainly sets us apart from other cities throughout the state of Texas, simply because we were the only city in Texas that was selected as an All-America city.
And being in such an enviable site, tip of Texas here with Brownsville and everything taking place in the economy here in South Texas, obviously with SpaceX and Elon Musk. And I would imagine you, as the economic development director, is going to help you create some very interesting presentations and colorful flyers and folders and all that as you present the area.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's
Yes.
let's examine. Let's take out the economic thermometer and the blood pressure and all that stuff. Let's check the health of the area, the economy, some of the metrics. What do you have for us right now? How's Harlingen doing?
Sure. Well, I mean, the growth continues to happen here in the city. You drive around, there's quite a bit of new home developments that are taking shape, particularly on the west side of the community. We've got a healthy list of prospects that we're working with that are looking at industrial sites, but also prospects that are interested in opening up retail establishments here in the city. So they definitely see the growth that's happening here. Our sales taxes are slightly down this month, but that's just a hiccup. Overall, for the year, we continue to be on the positive side, and so our retail sales continue to grow here in Harlingen.
Orlando,
So I think anyone that's
10-4 Orlando
anyone that's
Campos.
interested in making, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Go on, finish your thought, brother. I'm sorry.
No, I think that anyone that's interested in making an investment, Harlingen is definitely that safe location where their growth and investment will be protected within the city. And I think our location, obviously, right in the heart of all the growth that's happening throughout the entire region, that's a huge advantage for us.
Orlando Campos is the Director of Economic Development Efforts in our city of Harlingen. Again, All-America City of Harlingen. Is that a 1-year or 2-year designation, Orly? What is that All-America City?
Basically, once you're selected as an All-America City, you're always recognized as an All-America City.
Okay.
And so it had been a number of years since we were designated, and so we felt it was time to go back and sort of get an updated designation.
You mentioned Brownsville, and obviously just down the street with everything happening with aerospace, and Lord willing, maybe we'll even get we'll get a manufacturer for boats, like something like Nave, high-speed AI. Hopefully that will happen here pretty soon. Cameron County has moved forward with some economic incentives for that. So expand a bit more on how the amazing growth of the economy at the coast is helping Harlingen. You're not too far away from the coast. In fact, when I go to some of the stores, there's some seagulls nearby. Like, God. So, well, look, are we that close to the beach? Yes, we are. We're just a few miles away. So tell me about how that affects your job and the company showing up, maybe support companies, services, things like that.
Sure. Well, I guess, first of all, Gilbert Salinas, who's my counterpart in Brownsville, and I have known each other for many, many years, well before we both came to our positions here in our respective communities. And so we've always understood economic development. We understand the macro impacts of what we do to our region. And so a rising tide definitely raises all boats. And so what is good and what is happening at the Port of Brownsville definitely impacts us. We see it on a daily basis. A lot of individuals that are relocating to the area to work at the LNG, at SpaceX, and now the future boat builder, when they start evaluating of where to live, a lot of them live in Brownsville, but a lot of them also choose to live in Harlingen. And so that certainly creates a demand for new housing here within our community, certainly changes the demographics of the city so that we are able to attract more retail to our area. And existing businesses are able to benefit by providing
support and sales to these new growing businesses and industries in Cameron County.
Yeah,
so we're very excited.
Yes, sir, is leading to the increase in sales, but as you mentioned, also all the development, new homes, apartments in the area to complement. Yeah, that shipbuilder, that AI ship building facility, that's 10,000 jobs over many years. That's a lot of jobs. The people building out there. If it happens, and we hope it does happen for Brownsville and Harlingen. I got to ask you real quick, just a few seconds on this. Governor Abbott on the campaign trail. One of the issues that lawmakers will take care of next year will be data centers and how the state of Texas will properly put into place some regulations. Yes, that's the word. Some regulations on water and power, and very similar to what the president has said. You guys generate your own power, and the governor wants them to help out with their own infrastructure and buy their own water and reuse their own water. I know, and I ask you this because yes, in Harlingen, the issue of data centers has been quite active at City Hall, despite the fact that it's not within the city. It might be near the city in county line. Just want to get your thoughts if we might see that, because Texas will be the leader. More than likely will be the leader in data centers in about 2 years, a year or two down the road. And we might be able to benefit by getting some of that near us here in South Texas.
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, obviously, everyone knows there are a few companies that are looking at the area for establishing data centers. Obviously, they do have an impact on water and electricity, and I think that the regulations that are being looked at will certainly impact some of these developments. But at the same time, they're being established to help protect residents of the different communities so that they don't see any impacts to their own personal expenses related to water as well as electricity. The city of Harlingen passed a moratorium to take a closer look at data centers. And so right now we're looking at, we're basically doing some research to learn a little bit more about the actual impact should they come to the region, what that means for our water, for our electricity, for the environment. And so the moratorium put a pause so that we can take a closer look to be able to talk to our residents and let them know what the real aspects are, simply because there's quite a bit of hearsay, a lot of which is
sadly
not true as well.
Yeah. Is there a expiration date on that moratorium? 6 months, a year?
Yeah, I think it was set for 180 days, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But we're definitely starting to move forward and doing some of the research.
Well, the way lawmakers and policy people are talking about this, and not the restrictions, but the regulations of the industry. Texas is real popular with data centers. They're coming. Like it or not, they're coming. We had a conversation with TSTC. They're training people for those permanent data center jobs. And we're about a year away. By this time next year, the legislative session should be done. And whatever the state of Texas says to data centers, as far as, get your own water, reuse your own water, generate your own power. And they can. Those are the solutions. They can, and they will. Texas will probably surpass Virginia in a couple of years on this. Hey, tell me real quick about this funding program that you have, the Harlingen Pitch Competition. What is all that about?
Sure. Well, this is the third year in a row that we move forward with this program. It's the Rise Up Pitch Competition, where we provide $65,000 in funding for the winners. And so we have the application open on our website. Anyone that's interested in launching a business or scaling their business can certainly apply for this opportunity. And so we will be selecting 10 companies to go through an accelerator program, which is an intense training program to help them improve and polish their business plan, have one-on-one conversation with business mentors. And so once that program ends, they have an opportunity to make an actual business pitch to a panel of judges. We will select the top 3 winners who have an opportunity to receive $30,000, $20,000, for $15,000 in funding to help grow their business or to help launch their business here within Harlingen.
Okay.
The deadline for applying is July 6th, which is just a few days away. And then the accelerator program will begin July 20th. And the pitch competition is slated to happen on October 1st.
Excellent. Where do they
So
sign
I
up?
strongly encourage.
Yeah. Where do you sign up for something like that?
Yeah. So anyone that's interested, I strongly encourage them to go to our website, which is www.harlingenedc.com. There at the top of the page, they will find a link to the application. And if anyone has any questions about the program, we strongly encourage them to reach out to us.
All right. Orlando, thank you. And again, congratulations, Harlingen, All-America City, on this such a significant year, the 250th anniversary of our great nation. Orlando, congratulations to you, the mayor, again, everybody over at City Hall. And we'll talk to you soon, brother. Thank you. Time is 7:29. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Check of more news, a service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH. One of the big decisions from the U.S. Supreme Court was to keep the birthright citizenship in place as is, not change anything. Well, reaction now from across the political spectrum.
Governor Abbott calls birthright citizenship a powerful magnet for illegal immigration. He's calling on Congress to take action. A travesty is how Senator Ted Cruz describes the decision, saying it will only invite further exploitation of our immigration system. Quite a different response from the Democrats. Austin Congressman Greg Casar is praising the decision.
No matter your parents' birthplace or language or creed, citizenship is a birthright in this country. No one is born a second-class citizen.
Senate nominee James Tallarico calls birthright citizenship a fundamental constitutional protection that should not be up for political debate. In Austin, Chris Fox, News Talk 710 KURV.
This is your station in the Valley for Astros baseball. They did good last night in Grand Slam style with Yordan Alvarez. We got some audio of that coming up next on your station for Astros baseball, News Talk 710 KURV.
Our riddle brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What do your home and auto have in common? Progressive protects them both. It was an easy riddle. Learn more at progressive.com.
Your mom and dad, just like you, just like anyone, I would say, right? We'd be happier being at home. Some of the, I think it's the same for everybody. The concern that maybe someday would be too weak and not mobile enough and not independent enough that we would need care. And I know a lot of y'all fear, many of y'all fear that you might wind up like in some nursing institution where you prefer to be at your house. Everybody would prefer to be at their house. And Healthcare Unlimited makes that possible. Healthcare Unlimited was there for yours truly, my family, my parents specifically. They used Healthcare Unlimited. I was able to call Joe and Joanne and all the gang at HCU. They became a part of the team that went to my dad's house, my mom and dad's house, and helped me take care of Dad, who was half his body paralyzed. So you can see he was bedridden for the final few years of his life. Well, he stayed at home for pretty much all those years, for the exception of when he had like a serious lung infection or something like that, where he needed to be hospitalized for a few days. Healthcare Unlimited can provide you the care that your parents need at home, where they wish to be, where you wish to be. Everybody wishes to be at home. Healthcare Unlimited. They're wonderful people. I love these people. They help me with my mom and dad. They will help you with your parents as well for everything, the bathing, the food, the cleaning, the vitals that need to be checked, the medicines they need to take, all that stuff. Healthcare Unlimited at 956-994-9911.
Hi, this is Congresswoman Monica De La Cruz. Are you having difficulty getting answers from federal agencies? My office is here to help. Call us at 956-800-6069 to share your issue and we will be in touch. Team Dela Cruz is here to serve you. God bless. Paid for with official funds from the office of Congresswoman Dela Cruz.
Your winning partner is News Talk 710 KURV. We deliver real results with a powerful mix of radio, social media, promotions, and live endorsements from the Rio Grande Valley's most trusted influencers and on-air personalities. Your brand will be heard and connected everywhere. Our expert multimedia marketing team will build a strategy to make this your best summer yet. Call 956-992-8895 or visit radiounited.com and team up with News Talk 710 KURV for winning results this summer.
Your Houston Astros host the Minnesota Twins. Tune in tonight. First pitch at 7:10. Powered by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women and News Talk 710 KURV.
The 710 KURV Sports Desk is brought to you by Dr. T's Primary Care for Men and Women.
Astros faced off versus the Twins last night, and all-star incumbent Yordan Alvarez had a grand moment.
And now it's nightmare time. Yordan Alvarez to the plate. 1-1. And a high ball! Right field! Si, senor!
Astros win 6-4 and face the Twins again tonight at 7:10. Rangers get their 6th win in a row and are now 2 games above 500, which is something they haven't done since mid-April. And they had some insurance from Josh Young.
Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball to deep right field. Going back is Watson. He's still going. He's at the wall. That ball is history. Josh Young with an oppo taco, and the Rangers lead it 4-2 in the 8th. His 9th home run, his 32nd run batted in.
Rangers win 6-4 and go for 7 straight today at 12:10. I'm Trevor Beck with your TSN Sports Minute.
AccuWeather says highs for today should be close to triple digits today and tomorrow. We're looking at 95 to 99, and starting tomorrow, we might see some coastal showers and some sea breeze showers tomorrow and Friday. I think, Sunday is also a mention of potential shower activity. It's like a 20% chance of rain, mostly closer to the coast. But let's see who gets some rain. Hopefully somebody will get some rain tomorrow. Border Bridge wait times, not too bad. B&M Bridge last reported about 20 minutes. Hidalgo Bridge was at about 15 to 20 minutes as well. This is the Valley's Morning News on News Talk 710 KURV. Check out your money. Business news next on the Valley's Morning News.
America just turned 250 years old, and at Harlingen Mail Service, we're celebrating in a big way. For a limited time, you can get your own private mailbox for just $2.50. That's right, just $2.50 to secure a real address and protect your mail and packages from those porch pirates. Whether you're a business owner, online seller, frequent traveler, or simply tired of worrying about missed deliveries, a private mailbox at Harlingen Mail Service gives you security, convenience, and peace of mind. And now, to celebrate America's 250th anniversary, we're making it easier than ever to get started for just $2.50. Don't wait until the lines start forming somewhere else at a big box store. Support local. Choose experience. Choose the mailbox service Harlingen has trusted for years. Visit Harlingen Mail Service today and ask about our America 250 private mailbox special. But hurry, this patriotic offer won't last forever. Harlingen Mail Service celebrating 250 years of America with private mailboxes for just $2.50. Harlingen Mail Service right off the expressway in Harlingen, or click harlingenmail.com for more info. That's harlingenmail.com for more info. Harlingen Mail Service, from Harlingen to the world, we've got your shipping covered.
Improve your overall health and enjoy a better quality of life with Dr. T's Primary Care. You're trying to set some new weight goals. If you're too moody or stressed out or just tired and trying to get more sleep, Dr. T's Primary Care can help you with all of that and more. If you're worried about things like low testosterone, Dr. T is a primary care provider from the sniffles to the flu, and also offer menopause treatment, peptide treatment, and IV vitamin infusions. McAllen area, call 956-803-0058, and in Harlingen, 956-368-5247. That's drtspриmarycare.com.
For a lot of workplaces, the work week doesn't end on Friday. That's why there's EasyCater, the best way to order food from favorite restaurants for your hardworking team, even on weekends. With EasyCater, you'll find great options for any group size and any shift, with tools to help meet dietary needs, stay on budget, and simplify expenses, all backed by our award-winning 24/7 support. EasyCater, your Monday through Sunday workplace food platform. Start an order for your weekend crew at easycater.com.
Audio streaming on KURV.com. Powered by South Texas Buick GMC, McAllen Mission.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Chip stocks notched historic gains in the second quarter as investors widened their AI portfolio to include names other than NVIDIA. Memory maker Micron led the way, with the stock jumping more than 240%, while Intel stock jumped 216%. Shares of Advanced Micro Devices climbed 186%. Michael Burry said he has placed a bearish wager against Caterpillar, believing the construction equipment maker has become one of the maker's most overvalued beneficiaries of the artificial investment boom. The famed investor said he shorted Caterpillar shares at roughly $1,060. Micron CEO Sanjay Mehrotra said on CNBC that memory chip makers aren't the only ones to blame for the current supply and demand imbalance, which has recently led to price hikes in the tech sector. Customers who drove a hard bargain in pricing in recent years also contributed to the squeeze. Futures are moderately lower after the Dow posted its strongest first half in 5 years. Both Dow and NASDAQ futures down by more than 100 points. That's Your Money Now.
According to the Conference Board, consumer confidence edged higher in the month of June. Ford Motor Company recalling over 740,000 vehicles. There's some park system issue, might mean the vehicle could roll away unexpectedly. And the private sector added 98,000 jobs in June, most healthcare. According to ADP, they were expecting slightly over 100,000. They got 98,000 private sector jobs. This is the Valley's Morning News on Newstalk 710 KURV. AccuWeather says it is going to be hot. Should be in the upper 90s today, tomorrow. And there is about 20% chance of rain starting tomorrow. Might be coming in from the Gulf. Thank you for joining us at Radio Para Mí. Good morning, family. Thank you for joining us on your smartphone at Radio Para Mí. Go get that free app today and join us on your smartphone. We got Fox News coming up in 2 minutes on the Valley's Morning News. Top real estate team in this entire region is the only team that I'm calling to help me buy or sell a home. I've called them before. I'll call them again. I am sold on the Ryan and Brian real estate team. My buddy Brian Reed, he guarantees that he will get the job done. Going to help you sell a home. You guys sit down and talk and determine a time and a price on that property of yours. And yeah, guarantee. If it doesn't sell by that time and price, well, he'll pick up the home for you. We'll buy it from you. That provides a lot of assurance, right? For example, gave Gladys a lot of assurance that this was going to get done. She had tried a different real estate agent. Her house, Gladys's home, was on the market over 140 days, and she knew she needed a change. So she went over to the Ryan and Brian team. Good for her. Jessica from the Ryan and Brian team assured her that things would be different this go around. The Ryan and Brian team, their marketing system, reaching thousands of potential buyers every day, and they routinely sell homes fast and for the most money possible. You know, when the Ryan and Brian team was able to help Gladys with her home, her house was on market only 13 days. That's it. 13 days, house sold. Boom. That could be you, friends. So why don't you start that conversation with the Ryan and Brian team at 956-540-2536. The website, ryanandbrian.com. That's ryanandbrian.com.
If you're selling your home, don't be trying. Call Ryan and Brian. Go to ryanandbrian.com.
You go, Dad.
At LSNB, we build strong foundations on values that matter.
And business practices you can rely on.
Investing in education.
Volunteering in the communities we serve.
And fueling our region's economy.
For over 40 years.
Our mission has been supporting area businesses.
We are LSNB.
Donating more money to more causes than all other area banks combined.
Here, in a place we call home. We are LSNB.
The Valley's Bank.
Point.
Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down.
Ace.
You're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at Metamucil.com.
This is your news, weather, and talk station. News Talk 710, KURV, and KURV.com.
It's the pulse of the 956. News Talk 710 KURV. It's news radio for South Texas. The Valley's morning news. It's already July. Look at that. It's July 1st, 2026. Show producer Fred Cruz. We got Pianowski joining us from AccuWeather. I'm Sergio Sanchez. You and family, appreciate you being with us. Go find us online. Go find us on your smartphone at Radio Para Mi. News on 710 KURV. A service of Jay Gonzalez Injury Attorneys, ready to fight for you. Call 1-800-CAR-CRASH.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. The maiden voyage for President Trump.
President Trump today is going to the opening of the Teddy Roosevelt Presidential Library in North Dakota, and this is going to be his first ever ride on the new Air Force One.
New to plane and gift from Qatar. The Gulf nation, the backdrop for continued indirect talks aimed at steering Iran to a peace deal. Another Democratic Socialist wins a primary, this time in Colorado. 29-year-old Maylot Quiros defeats incumbent Congresswoman Diana DeGette. A voice of the village people silenced.
Victor Willis, frontman for the Village People, often performed as a helmeted police officer to some of the group's biggest hits. Many co-written by him, including Macho Man in the Navy and YMCA.
Fox's Lillian Wu, he dies after what the group said was a short but aggressive illness. He was 74. America's listening to Fox News.
The New World screwworm fly infestation is bouncing around in South Texas.
U.S. Department of Agriculture confirms 26 cases of the screwworm have now been detected. They've been concentrated in South Texas, 6 cases reported each in Crockett and Edwards counties. Terrell County has 4 cases. The rest are spread among 7 other counties with lesser numbers or inactive infections. Officials are using quarantines to halt the spread while ramping up sterile fly production to stop the fly's reproductive cycle to protect the state's $41 billion cattle industry.
That's Eric Lycum with that report. The Republican Party, the National Party, they plan to hold a midterm convention, and they will be meeting in Dallas in September. President Donald Trump announcing the first of its kind midterm gathering, and he's going to be attending this, and the GOP looking to create some political excitement going into the midterm elections. The 4th of July weekend, of course, fireworks and patriotism and a lot of picnics, but it's also a shopping and saving opportunity.
Summer's just officially begun, but retailers are already looking ahead to fall, and you might get some big bargains on things that you will use between now and Labor Day at one of the many long holiday weekend sales. The website Dad Deals suggests you look for discounts on swimwear and other summer fashions, grills, and other outdoor gear. You may find lower prices on major appliances, too. Expert shoppers say to wait on tech, though, with better deals coming during the back-to-school sales, which will begin in a matter of weeks. I'm Daria Albinger.
And a major tech company is dropping over $12 million into North Texas in the hopes of training many people, many students, young ones, for the booming AI economy. Compass Data Centers announcing the gift this week to Texas State Technical College for some of their training for data centers. We talked a bit about that earlier this week here on KURV. Talked about the data center training that's taking place at TSTC. Thank you for joining us on the Valley's Morning News. We invite you to also join us. Producer Freddie puts the 7 o'clock program on YouTube and on X Live and Facebook Live. You missed anything, you can go rewind there as well. Go pick up some of the information and some of the interviews. This is News Talk 710 KURV, also broadcasting at the free app called Radio Para Mi.
They said copies for a penny couldn't be done. We said, watch us. Total Imaging Solutions. We're flipping the script on printing. Whether you're a small business or a big operation, it doesn't matter. If you need a printer or copier, Total Imaging Solutions has the right printer for you. You get the printer for a simple monthly fee and copies, just a penny or less a page. No ink or toner charges. No surprise service fees, just clear, honest pricing. And if your old printer's slowing you down, we'll trade it out and level you up. Whether you print just a couple of copies a day or need the next New York Times press, we can help.
Plus, if anything ever breaks, our team will have you up and running in under 4 hours. Easy printing, fast service, real savings. That's the Penny LS revolution. Call 956-664-2113 or visit copiersforapenny.com. That's copiersforapenny.com. Totally